Hello Stampers, and welcome back to my tag class that I had for my stamp club. This was the last tag that I designed, and it was frankly my favorite. I thought it was really pretty and actually it's quite easy. And for this one I used Grassy Grove, which is in the annual catalog. So it's still available, but as I was looking through the catalog, I thought, wow, that would make a really cute gift tag for Christmas. And so I just ordered it, even though it's been in the catalog for quite some time. I just thought, I was just really inspired to make tags with it, and it just what actually started me on my tag class. And then I wanted to have like a lot of different opportunities for my stampers, so that's why I made so many tags, and I had so much fun doing this class. Really inspired me. So I did use the Stamparatus, but first I want to show you this trio of tags, or very best trio punch. I don't know why I keep calling it that. And it makes 3 styles of punch. It's in the holiday mini catalog, but it's carrying over, so you still will have a chance to order it in the spring. So all I'm doing is seating my 4-inch by 2-inch paper in my tag punch, and there's like a groove you can set it up against. So you rotate it this way, that gives you that style, and then to get the other style you just rotate it 90 degrees and flip it. And then if you want, you can do the horizontal slot. You just want to line up both sides on this side, and you can get that tag at the top. So you just have to be a little careful with this. It's easy to mess it up and not get it right in the center. It's not really the end of the world, but anyway, there you go. This works best if you set it down and push on it, and don't try to just push one side. You want to push the whole thing down. I kind of discovered that when I was trying to use it initially. I was having some issues with it, and that's because I wasn't doing it like that. All right, for this tag you really need the Stamparatus. When I first started doing it, I was doing it by hand, and I couldn't get this to line up exactly with the bottom, and so I was showing air down at the bottom instead of green, and I didn't like that look, so I grabbed my Stamparatus, and I'm really happy with how it turned out. All right, so I already have a tag in there. I'm taking Garden Green, and I'm going to do the ground like that, and you have, like, I think I'm going to just put a little more ink on there. You have more than one opportunity because it's not like fully filled in like I'd like it to be. And now that's perfect. All right, so I'm going to take this off, and I just put little pieces of tape on there so I'd know where the next one goes, and also just for my stamp ladies. I just had to experiment a little bit to get this in the exact right location, but once I did, you can really crank them out. So there's the next one. And here's a third one. Yeah, so I can show you the 3 different styles of stamp, and it looks like oopsie, I got some green on there. I think I got green all over my fingers, and I don't have a baby wipe, so bummer, dude. All right, I'll try to keep my fingers off of that tag. All right, so that looks good. We've got 3 of those. Now I'm going to cover that up with the tree so it'll look all right. All right, so then I'm just going to take this one off. When you get the Stamparatus, you get 2 of these plates, which is really nice. So I'm just going to put the next one in, and that one I'm going to do the deer on. Now this is what you really need it for, because you have to do about 3 passes to get that deer dark enough, because we aren't masking on this card, and because we're not masking, if you don't put enough brown on there, you're going to see the greenery through his body, and that doesn't look good. So, I mean, you could mask it if you wanted to, but this is just so much faster to just do it this way. So that's what I did. And see how you can see all the greenery through there? But if we just keep inking up that deer and stamping it, and I found usually about 3 passes were what it took, maybe 4. I'm going to do a 4th one. I probably need to re-ink my pad because it was open a lot at my stamp club, and so I'll probably dry it out a little, but that looks really good to me. All right, so I'm going to take this one out, and I'll put the next one in. If I can grab a hold of it. There we go. Lining it up with my little guide down there. And if you have a chance, if you could like this video, comment on it. I really could use some encouragement. My YouTube channel's in pretty fledgling stages, and I really need more subscribers. And if you like it, tell me, give me a thumbs up, give me a comment. I'd really appreciate it. I'll do one more. That looks good. And here's my third one. Third style of tag. And I'm using early espresso. I don't think I said that. The grass, I know I told you was garden green. The deer is early espresso. And then we're going to come in with evening evergreen on the pine tree. I'm going to give this one more pass, and it looks like I really need to re-ink this stamp pad. I'll give it one more pass. That's what happens when a bunch of ladies leave your stamp pads open all day. They get dried out. So, but not to worry. Stampin' Up! Sells re-inkers. And in fact, they look like this. And this is early espresso. I'm going to show you how to re-ink this. Why not? You just take the lid off, and I like to just do like a back and forth motion on the pad. And you can take like the back of a spoon and rub that around, or just let it soak in. Or sometimes I take the tip of this and rub it in too. But now it's re-inked, and next time I use it, it'll be nice and juicy. So that's good. All right, in fact, we'll just do one more pass on this. Okay, that is like really juicy. Hopefully I don't get an outline now. Try not to push too hard. Yep, look at that. Wow, super dark now. Nice. Okay, perfect. So I'm going to remove this, and I'll just move this out of the way. I like to clean these by just running them under water in the sink. You could also take, I don't have it handy, one of those purple squeegee things. I don't know what they're called. You can clean it off with that, but like I said, I just usually run mine under the sink. And let me find my background to stamp on. If you want to order this, or there's some really great items on the clearance rack, as well as the holiday minis retiring, and so there's a lot of really great sales on that as well, or just last chance items, and you can get those on my website at stampwithcs.stampinup.net. So really appreciate it if you place an order. If you don't have a demonstrator, it helps me to just a small business. It helps me to, you know, put more videos on and buy more stuff so I can make more videos, right? All right, so I'm taking Evening Evergreen, and I'm going to stamp the tree. Okay, that funny noise was my dog. Okay, so I stamped on, and I'm just going to do one more tree in the background. When you stamp it off, it kind of looks like it's in the distance. So there's that style. And this one here, I'm running the stem down to the ground, and I'm just stamping off and putting one in the background. That also covered my boo-boo. So aren't I smart? And here's the third one. And there we go. So, how cute is that? My 3 tags. Using Grassy Grove. Such a nice set. I really had fun playing with this set. And I have 2 more projects I want to show you with Grassy Grove. So keep watching my videos, and I'll show you my next fun project with this.